The job was a lifeline. $10 an hour, nights at the auto parts place, a beacon in the COVID gloom. Anything beat the bills piling up at home. They always stuck the cheapest locations in the worst neighborhoods, and I needed the money. The night the van pulled up, the strip mall was a ghost town. Raul, my manager, was in the back counting the safe, the clinking of coins echoing in the silence. I heard footsteps before I saw him. He asked for a battery check. Said he was parked behind the building. I should have refused. Should have trusted the knot in my stomach, the prickling on my skin. He led me past the corner, the loading doors casting a permanent shadow. The heat clung to my shirt, heavy and suffocating. He moved wrong, all short steps and nervous glances. He kept talking about the tester, his voice too controlled, his hands jammed in his pockets. I could feel him behind me, the way you feel a second mouth breathing on your neck. The van breathed into view, an old Chrysler with peeling paint and a dented sliding door. Someone inside rocked the seat, slow, small movements in the darkness. I don't know what you're doing, but I'm not. I tried to keep it businesslike, but my voice shook. The small man smiled, a slow curl of lips that showed too many teeth. Footsteps slid around the corner. Raul appeared, as if from the shadow itself, carrying the ledger like a weapon. He barked at me to come back inside. The van's sliding door closed with a soft, wet kiss. You could hear more than see the other person shift inside, rearranging some cargo. The engine turned over. The van moved away, its taillights smudging the dark red like a wound. Relief washed through me so hard I felt faint. I watched the van go, his face unreadable in the neon afterglow. He didn't ask questions, didn't offer to walk me to my car. I told myself I was fine, that I'd learned something useful, that I wouldn't pick up parts testing shifts anymore. But the memory didn't settle. That night, the fan didn't drown. The sound of the sliding door in my head, I kept picturing the movement in the van, the way the other person had rocked. I pictured the smile, how it stretched where things shouldn't stretch. I imagined them in my apartment stairwell, in the mailbox outside, in the reflection of a darkened TV. Simple, stupid paranoia. The kind that feels shameful because you know it's irrational, but it's set on my chest like a hand. The next day, a co-worker mentioned a missing person report from the next block over. Raul stayed in the back a little longer than usual when I clocked in. He didn't tell me anything. He didn't have to. The van's paint, the way the person rocked, the smile, those details lodged in me like grit between teeth. I kept thinking of the manager bookline, how they put stores in bad places because poor people won't complain, and felt small all over again. Maybe nothing would have happened that night, even if I'd gone out. Maybe it was simply men being men in a city that had forgotten how to be kind. Maybe the worst part was that $10 an hour made me feel both desperate and disposable. In the dark after that shift, gambling with the idea that my life wasn't worth more than a part tester, I promised myself one thing. Wouldn't be the one who walked into the van for $10. Yeah, I'm not getting murdered for 10 an hour. The next night, I went back to work because I needed the money. But I made sure to wear my steel-toe boots. When the van showed up again, I wasn't surprised, but I made sure Raoul didn't leave the building. The little man came in again and asked for a battery test, but I told him I needed to see his license. He said he didn't have it, but I told him I wasn't going anywhere until he did. Raoul watched from the back, looking nervous. The little man started to sweat, and he gave me that smile, the one with too many teeth. Suddenly the lights went out, and the only light in the store was the red exit sign. Raoul screamed and ran into the back, but the little man grabbed my arm and pulled me towards the door. I kicked him as hard as I could, and he fell back, screaming. The rocking passenger was there, waiting. I ran out into the parking lot and didn't stop until I got to my car. I never saw Raoul or the little man again, but I always wonder who was rocking the van. I quit that job and never looked back. Some things are worth more than $10 an hour. I still have nightmares about the van, but at least I'm not working there anymore. Maybe one day I'll forget, but I'll never work for $10 an hour again.